the waste management industry, being a reactive industry, will not be the starting point for change in neither technology developments and neither waste reduction. So I think the starting point or the solution is in the design of products. So paying a lot of effort in designs to facilitate the waste management industry, and not only the usage phase for consumers, but focus on more aspects within the whole value chain, determines also the effort and methods to retrieve materials. And that is actually the starting point for disruptive change in technology developments, I'd say. In that case, we are not talking anymore about changes that will make the industry slightly better or more efficient than they are now, but we probably can make giant steps that will heavily increase material recovery figures.
But from my point of view, what we have said as one of our leading topics is that we want to drive the uptake of recycled plastic. That is our role. Obviously also to enable recycling of the products, but it's not enough for, I think we need to move beyond making claims about recyclability of products. And to walk the talk, if you say so, it's also to use material that comes out of the recycling process. Then we start to speak. And that has been our philosophy, that we should be part of this circle, so that we work together with the recyclers, collection system, etc., all parts in the chain, make sure that some of the material at least come back into our product. One thing that is interesting right now that started a couple of years ago is discussions about creating standards requirements, standard specifications for recycled plastic, so that, for example, for a certain application, white goods in an appliance or in a car, you define the characteristics that are required for that type of material. By that, we are able to strengthen the demand and facilitate for the recyclers. So within some limits, they can expect to have a product that is suitable for more than one customer. The challenge for the recyclers, as I understood from them, is that basically if each of their customers come and say, they have same parts, but different requirements, that makes it a challenge for the recyclers. The recyclers are usually also pretty small organizations, so their room for adaptation is less than for a huge chemical company. So to facilitate the process, trying to have as little variation as possible between the different customers.
I think recyclers are developing a real expertise about the development of high-quality recycled plastics that can be seen as a new material. As virgin, it's a new material. From my point of view, recyclers are changing, and they are not anymore just people who can sort and granulate plastic waste. They are producing new recycled material.
We come from a simple waste management where we are actually going to evolve into becoming producers, raw material producers. So it's really a mind shift, going away from low cost towards high value, producing a high value material. So where today it's still on processing at the lowest cost possible, the focus has to shift much more onto the quality of the end material.
I hope that that we will see a bit more specialization in the recycling processes, so that one or the other recyclers will be specialized on different streams, for example, mobile phones or notebooks, or we have this, for example, for the fridges. For the fridges, we have highly specified recyclers that only treat fridges. But for most of the smaller household appliances and also for the large white goods outside the fridges, those appliances go to, let's say, facilities where also cars, for example, are treated. And to treat a car, I think it's substantial different compared to a washing machine. But today, the same organizations do the thing. And I think that's always not good. If you do too many things that are different, you cannot be efficient and you cannot be specialized. Yeah.
I'm looking really much forward to that's the cooperation actually between producers and recyclers. So closer cooperation where producers learn from the recyclers to really to see how they can adjust their designs better, so that plastics are easier to retrieve and easier to recycle. And I really believe that they need to find each other, and on both sides they need to improve or innovate, and not only demand from the other that they need to look at their process a certain way, and that they can't do it or improve it or change the way they do things at the moment. So they both need to change, and I'm looking forward to seeing developments towards that cooperation more and more.